Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King, bringing you news from beyond the mirror, from the other world. And today we are talking about Seven Nights again. I know if you're new to this channel and you're like, what's with all the Seven Nights videos? Really, man? Well, I like Seven Nights, okay? I really like Seven Nights. I love the story. I love the game. It's awesome. Even though it is a mobile game, I still really like it. And I love playing this, and I love reviewing the new characters, especially on the Korean server, because there's always new characters on the Korean server, and when there are, I have to translate them for some of the English audience that is playing the Korean game, because it's all in Korean. But enough about that. Awakened characters have been added to the global version. If you have any questions about the Awakened characters, feel free to ask, because I know mostly all of the Awakened characters. They're going to be adding lots of new Awakened characters in the future, not just Karen and Evan. There are so many more Awakened characters they will be releasing. If you want to know more about those characters, watch my channel. I have uploaded tons of videos about those other Awakened characters. Just today, I released a video on the Korean version of a brand new Awakened character that was released recently today. So just look up and down my channel. I make tons of videos about that. And they're still releasing them on the Korean server. So I don't like giving things away. So I'll give you the choice. I won't just mention all the Awakened characters' names in the videos, because I know not a lot of people like spoilers, and neither do I. So I won't mention who the Awakening characters are. I'll just tell you that there are other Awakening characters. But right away, you're probably wondering, how do I get an Awakened character? What do I do to get them? But before we take a look at the Awakening characters, I'm going to tell you how to get them, because that is very important. I can show you the Awakened character all I want, but that doesn't matter if you don't know how to get them. First things first, this is a little different than a Korean version, is you need to play these daily dungeons. Good thing to know about these is they're unlimited. You can play them as many times as you want, as long as you have the keys, and as you can see, I have plenty of keys. So I'll be playing this a lot, and I have some very powerful characters. I have a level 40 +5 knight with some really strong equipment, and I have a lot of other very powerful characters that can handle this dungeon with ease. But I don't know if you want to try a hard mode. Normal mode might be a little more, I have to admit, this is it's a little irritating, because they only give you like 1 awakening shard for beating the place. Now, in hard mode, they give you like 3, which is also irritating. In the Korean version, you play daily dungeons, like these right here, and they award you with, like, say you played it on hell mode, they would give you, whoop, didn't mean to press that, they would give you at least, I'd say about 10, maybe 15, and there's another mode, I think it's called Nightmare mode. You'll be seeing that mode in the future, once there are more Awakening characters released. They'll be adding, I believe it is called the Nightmare mode, and they will be giving 20. But I don't know if they're going to be doing that on here. They did that on the Korean version of Seven Nights, where they awarded you with 10 or 15 or 5 Awakening Stones. And because there were so many Awakening characters, I guess that mechanic worked. But since there's only 2 right now, I guess 2 special dungeons for them makes sense. But be that as it may, I still feel like it's a little too hard on players, making it only 3 stars every time you beat the place, because this could be very difficult for, especially for newer players, to say, hey, I want this Awakening character, but they did award you with a 6-star selector, so you could get the Awakening character you want, but they're just not awakened yet. You have to get the shards for them. So it's nice that they rewarded us with a 6-star selector. Now, let me just point something out really quick. I didn't pick Evan for my 6-star selector. I picked Nox. Now, you're probably wondering why I picked Nox. A lot of you are probably like, oh, okay. What are you saying now? What are you saying about Nox now? If you want to know more about Nox's character, you want to know why exactly I picked him in the 6-star selector, just shoot it up in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. But right now, we're going to take a look at the Awakening form.
Well then, let's
Evan.
go on an adventure.
Unfortunately, I do not have the Awakening Stones to awaken Evan. I have plenty of gold. You need 300 Awakening Stones.
Is your weakness.
Something else I'm noticing here, there is another form of Awakening Stone right over there. Is it like a green or a blue color? I'm not entirely sure. That's very different. But what you need is just the pink ones. You need 300 of the pink ones from what it looks like. It doesn't say anything about the blue ones in the guide. So that's kind of strange. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that... Yeah, it just says you need the Awakening Stones to get them. This level 30 plus 5. But if you really want to get the best out of this Awakening character, I highly recommend, while you're trying to get this Awakening character, to try to find as many 6-star versions of your character as you can to level them up to 40. But if you could do that even while they're awakened, though. You don't need to awaken the character again to transcend the hero. They could still be the regular version of themselves, and then you can transcend them while they are in their awakened form. So, but I only reason I recommend that because 300
The difference
gold,
between us is your
300,000 gold and 300 awakening gems is quite hard to get, and you probably won't get it right away. But if you work really hard, you probably should be able to get it very quickly. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it fast because I have a whole lot of keys, as you can see right there. But right away, let's take a look at the awakening characters. I already know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're doing anything different with them.
Is your weakness.
But yeah, it doesn't look like they did much different. Increases the defense of all allies by 50%, reduces damage received by 50%, and reflects the reducted damage back to the attacker. Now that's that affect's on him. It's not on the team, unfortunately. If you're thinking that he applies the reflect to the entire team, no, that just applies to himself. For his first ability, inflicts 100% physical damage on the enemy with the highest physical attack or magical attack. 2 times piercing will take effect, and the enemy will be stunned for 2 turns. Additionally, provides lifesteal. Yeah, 100% lifesteal. Taunts. Okay, now this is a really, really powerful ability right here. This. Okay, now in the Korean version, this is something funny real quick I want to mention. When I have Evan, he's level 40, and actually they increase the cap later. They will increase the level cap to, instead of just level 40, it will be level 46, and the power will be able to go up to 10 instead of just plus 5. I have him level 46 plus 5 in the arena. The AI just uses this skill first all the time, and it gets me killed so many times. Oh, I hate that. But that's okay. Listen, I'm sorry, I just remember my bad memories. Okay, this ability taunts the enemies for 3 turns. Oh, nice. Protects all allies from damage 1 time. This effect, wow. I don't know if that... Wow, protects all allies from damage 1 time. What? This effect also applies to ignoring armor and piercing attack. Becomes immune to deep... What? That's new. Huh. I usually take a look at the passive. That's something I actually... that's my bad. I took a look at the passive first. I don't normally do that. But that's okay. His awakening skill does 2,000 fixed damage to all enemies. Additionally, piercing. Wow, piercing. It didn't have piercing on the Korean version. I'm glad they have the piercing, though. They added the piercing to him. So he actually is a better character here. He's a way better character here. I think his this ability right here, Shield of Order, did a little bit more. The only thing it didn't do is protect all allies from damage 1 time. That's something it didn't do. But I think it reduced damage. It really, really reduced damage. And it made him a serious tank. But this works too. But the piercing on his Awakened ability, that is a great addition. We're going to take a look at his skills right away. His normal skills, most of you probably already know. So we're just going to take a look at his Awakened.
From hell. Sever!
I like that. Nice. I'm glad I can actually understand him this time. Now, his normal skills look exactly the same, really. I'm really glad they added these characters.
Bring it!
Because Evan is still used a lot by me, the Awakened one. He's very, very much used by me, and I highly recommend awakening him first. I don't care how much you want the Awakened Karen, because she is awesome, but Evan is something you need. He is just an all-around great character. He can be a fighter. He can be a tank. He is just all around awesome. He is the perfect Awakened character so far, and he will continue to be one of the best Awakening characters going so far into the series. Even when they start awakening some of the more powerful characters, he will be one of the best Awakening characters, and he is so frequently used to this day, even in the Korean version, and they have so many Awakening characters released there. So awaken him first, and then awaken Karen, because Karen is awesome.
Grant me your serenity.
She is great, but she's not as universal as Evan. That's why I recommend getting Evan first, because he is multi-purpose. You can use him in Raid. You can use him in Arena. You can use him in Castle Rush. You can use him in Tower. You can use him anywhere. Karen has great use in Arena and Raid. Not so much in Castle Rush, but in some places she does work great, especially when you're going up against Chris. That immunity to death is really, really going to help you. We're going to take a look at her passive last, because I made a mistake by looking at Evan's passive first. I usually take a look at the passives last. So, okay, let's take a look at her first skill. Recovers an ally's HP by 220% of magic attack. It's kind of just simply an upgrade from her last ability. Of course, this is revives an ally with 100% HP. Additionally, they become immune to all damage one time and becomes immune to debuffs one time. This effect also applies to armor, ignoring armor, and piercing attacks. That's a very, very good skill. Of course, my phone is almost out of space. I got a lot of games on here. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Revives, her awakening skill. This is a really, really interesting awakening skill right here. Listen to this. Revives all allies once with 100% HP. All allies. Additionally, becomes immune to damage one time. Immune to debuffs too. Oh, nice. I like that. I think that applies. That's in the Korean one too. I just didn't pay too much attention to that. This effect also applies to ignore armor and piercing attacks. Right away, she's not amazing in Arena, because as I said before, the AI is just so stupid. I'm sorry. And the AI will use the skill at the very wrong time. Her awakening gauge will be full, and I don't know, say like one ally's dead, and then the AI just decides to use this because one ally is dead. And you don't want this skill to be used when just one ally is dead. You want like half your team to be missing, or all of your team to be missing. So, in most cases, you want Karen to be the last woman standing. So, be sure to build some serious HP items for her. Serious max HP items. And be sure to put her in the back. So, you want to build up her defense. You don't want her to get attacked too much. So, in most situations, you want her to be the last one alive. That's something I actually wanted to point out before I look at her animations of her skills. I'm going to do that weird thing again and take a look at the passive, because in some conditions, she is always the last one alive, because, listen to this. Protects all allies from death debuff for 5 turns, yes. Additionally, she revives once with 100% HP and becomes immune to all damage for 2 turns. This effect also applies to ignore armor and piercing. Now, the reviving once thing, that is very, very, very special. It is an awesome ability, but be that as it may, even if you want to put her up front, that's probably not a good idea, because say she dies once, you don't want don't want her to use that ability too soon. So keep her in the back. That is my biggest recommendation for her character. Keep her in the back. So okay, let's take a look at her abilities before this video becomes corrupt because I'm running out of space. Her other abilities kind of look the same. Her healing abilities.
Rise once more.
But her awakening
Descend from the heavens Lend us your power.
Very, very special ability.
Shine a new light.
Very, very pretty ability. It's very, very cool. But yeah, those are the awakened characters. Getting these awakening characters are very difficult, but be that as it may, they're very cool. I love the new characters. They've added a few new things to these
The
newer
difference
characters,
between us
and
is
they
your
are
weakness.
they are great additions to the newer characters. I am glad they added piercing to this ability, but again, I highly recommend getting Evan first. Awaken Evan first. Most of you probably already have a 6-star Evan. Awaken him first. I know you want Karen, but Evan is way more universal than her. He even has a healing ability. His awaken ability not only deals serious damage to enemies, but he also recovers 1000 HP to all allies. That's fixed though. 1000 fixed HP to all allies. So that is really, really good. That awaken ability is going to seriously help you. So I highly recommend awakening him first. But yeah, that's all the time I got left for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be uploading tons of videos like this in the future. I will be reviewing all of the new characters they released on both the global version of Seven Knights, this one right here, and on the Korean version of Seven Knights. So please stay tuned. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe because I make content like this all of the time. Take it easy for me, alright? Bye.